Funny enough though, I actually grabbed myself a new phone while just looking through my phone specs online. Neat, right? Anyhow though, this isn't about that or that. This is all about me trying out my first Genshin mobile experience since the version 1.1. Fun fact though, that's actually how I started. I started off as a mobile player. I know, right? Really neat. I know for a fact that this phone does not load cutscenes at all, and all it does like really poorly, but like for the most part though, it doesn't load cutscenes, so it's not about how well it loads and more like how it loads at all, really. So yeah, I do want to mention really quickly though, this boy doesn't represent most of the phones out there nowadays. I'm actually using a really old phone now, and it's not really for gaming. I'm using the Note 7 Redmi, and it is equipped with the 4GB RAM and also 64GB normal storage variant, equipped with your typical Snapdragon 666. It has like 1/3 of performance of this newest Snapdragon 888, but yeah, it's functional for now. It costed roughly about $100 USD, which is not that bad really. Trying to load the game by itself though, it took a very long time, like a decade and a half what it feels like. But after you load into the game itself and start playing the game, it doesn't exactly take that long to like use the teleport points or anything like that. It's running kind of smoothly. Something that actually bothers me quite a bit is that the characters at times can be really hard to control. The motion of the character doesn't seem to progress linearly, so it kind of feels like you're watching through like a fish island or something like that, where everything's kind of slightly distorted in perspective. Inside the graphics option though, I was kind of forced to crank everything down to low besides environmental details, which I kept on medium, just to make the game kind of hard presentable. When it goes to low, it kind of looks very blockish, and like a 1980s game or something like that, which is not exactly all that good looking. Inside the phone though, I was able to set the frame rate to 24, which is not even an option inside the PC, but it's pretty neat though. It kind of makes everything look anime-ish and a lower quality in the graphics, with like the kind of shaggy lines with the shaggy lines and stuff like that. Something that's really smooth out. Kind of reminds me of like really peaceful days, like so it just feels light and adventurous, which I feel like the clean PC version doesn't really have that much for me. And yeah, it feels like really anime, kind of nice, kind of like it. A meme inside the community mentions that crystal flies are the bane of all existence on mobile, and I think I agree with that actually. Just trying to catch some crystal flies around the place, trying to dash and jump at the same time, it's a living nightmare. And then you need to reach your hand over the phone to try to reach for the crystal fly and just click it in the right time. It's really horrible. Some of the crystal flies on the floor though is not too bad, so there is some areas that's outside the statue. Besides some areas around Deluxe Winery, there's some spots with the crystal flies as it's on the floor, and that's pretty nice I suppose. Some mobile friendly crystal flies. Another thing I heard a lot of people complain about when using mobile is just shooting really. Some people say the shooting is absolutely horrible, some of the aim is really bad. But personally though, I don't really think that's much of an issue myself. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion, and I don't really use shooting all that much. Something inherently that comes along with using such a small device and such a small screen is that, yeah, the small screen is actually really annoying. Some of the details are hard to see, some of the things is hard to predict, and the field of view is just not large enough, especially in the spiral bits. It is really hard to control the characters, it's hard to see what's going on, it's hard to switch the characters. Yeah, and the small screen is kind of annoying, and that's kind of just all my first impressions of it. Am I gonna use mobile in the future to play Genshin Impact? Probably yes, just maybe as a side device, maybe something for like the daily quest or something like that, just when I'm bored maybe. But as a primary device though, I don't think it's really suitable. It's a large game, it has a lot of content, and yeah, it gets kind of annoying sometimes when you're just looking through such a small screen. So yeah, thanks for watching everybody, and I hope everybody has a good one, and yeah, bye, see ya.